Welcome to our Morocco series.
We spent 9 days in Marrakech, Morocco.
And it was absolute chaos.
In today's video, we will share the top 10 things we did with our kids in Marrakech and
finish your day on your Morocco travel with memories you'll never forget.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to Simply Meals. If you're new here, we're a family currently relocating to Portugal. We've gone a little rogue with our plans and ventured down to Morocco. Now, I know what you're thinking when you see this title. What can you actually do with kids in Marrakech? Is it safe? And how do you keep them entertained without spending a fortune? Great questions, and here's what makes this different from other Marrakech videos. We're not going to bore you with the same old tourist attractions or make you drag your kids through 12 palaces and 14 museums, which, by the way, can be very costly. Did you know that museums in Marrakech are actually quite expensive? Plus, we're going to share something at the end that we completely avoided and why you might want to think twice about it too. So, grab yourself a cup of tea, mint tea naturally. Get comfortable and let's dive into Marrakech through the eyes of our three kids.
Our first activity was probably the most unexpectedly brilliant thing we did. And it wasn't a planned one, costs next to nothing and teaches your kids a fundamental part of Moroccan culture. We were sitting in a traditional cafe and the kids noticed how the tea waiter was pouring from this incredible height. Like, seriously impressive coordination. Our kids were mesmerized, so of course they asked to try. And that's how we discovered that practicing mint tea pouring is actually a fantastic family activity.
I hope it's yummy and it looks yummy. Is it good? Blimey, that's your fresh tea that's made. Do you want a sugar tea, Blimey?
Here's why it's great. First, it's excellent for hand-eye coordination. Those little arms working hard to pour from that height. Second, mint tea is naturally soothing for upset tummies, which is a godsend when kids are eating new foods, and spicy ones too. But here's the reality check. It's served with quite a lot of sugar, which made them pretty wired until way too late. So maybe save this for the morning rather than right before bedtime. And obviously, supervise closely or wait for the tea to cool down. It comes out boiling hot.
What if I told you there's a way to make your kids feel completely Moroccan in about 10 minutes and it costs less than a fancy coffee? We were getting a bit lost in the Souks, which we'll talk about later, when our kids spotted this tiny local shop with traditional Moroccan clothing hanging outside. The shop owner, this lovely gentleman who spoke very little English, waved them over with the biggest smile. Dress up time. Our kids went absolutely wild trying on different Moroccan outfits. What happened next was incredible. Our kids walked around Marrakech in these outfits and the locals' reactions were pure joy. We got so many comments and smiles. You could see how much the kids felt like they belonged there. They loved their outfits so much that they wore them almost every day. We bought them for about €10 each and honestly it was the best money we spent. Don't they look adorable?
Did you know that there's a way for your kids to get tattoos in Marrakech that are completely safe, culturally meaningful and last just long enough for great memories? Well, of course we had to try this. Our girls kept seeing beautiful henna designs on other women and were absolutely fascinated. But as parents, we were worried about the safety aspect. You've probably heard horror stories about black henna. After a lot of research, we found this amazing cafe in Marrakech that specializes in safe, natural henna and does special discount designs for children. The artists were very talented and patient.
On a good day, I don't feel like I have enough hands. In Marrakech, I definitely don't have enough hands. After doing henna, don't do henna when you're coming to Marrakech with kids.
Now this is really crucial. Always ask for natural henna, never black henna. The artists we found at the Marrakech Art Cafe use only safe traditional ingredients and they were super transparent about what they were using. Our girls got beautiful designs that lasted about a week, perfect timing for photos and memories. They felt so grown up and beautiful and it was a lovely way to connect with local culture. Choose a simple design for young children. They can get a little unsettled if having to sit for too long.
What if I told you there's an activity that costs nothing, keeps kids entertained for hours and teaches them about animal care in a completely different culture? our kids discovered the cats of Marrakech almost by accident. We were walking through a quiet square when we spotted a group of cats, and suddenly we had a full cat counting expedition on our hands.
Cat number
42.
cat number 42.
Cat counting. Marrakech has an amazing community of cats that locals clearly care for. You'll see food and water stations everywhere. Even pigeons are treated like kings, but that's a story for another day. But here's the honest truth. There will be sick cats and even dead cats. It's part of the street life, and we needed to be prepared for that conversation with our kids. What struck us was how the locals clearly looked after these cats. It was a beautiful lesson in community responsibility that our kids picked up on naturally. Keep hand sanitizer handy and teach the kids look, don't touch rule unless they can clean up immediately. How many cats do you think our children counted? Let us know in the comments.
What is stray cat? Oh my god, it's so cute! So what's the green shit? And it was absolutely chaos.
Now, this is the way to survive Marrakech and is hidden in every rooftop of the Medina. Before the end of day one, our kids were completely overwhelmed. The colours, the smells, the noises. Marrakech is like being inside a kaleidoscope that's been hit by a drum kit. We were in the middle of the Medina and I could see that familiar "I've had enough" look creeping across their faces. That's when I noticed this beautiful terrace cafe above us. We climbed up, ordered some drinks, and suddenly it was like we stepped into another world.
So walking through those souks really is overwhelming, and knowing where there's nice terraces just to take a pit stop, a small drink to cool down really does make a world of a difference, especially to the kids who get tired legs quite easily and really stimulated by the souks.
Terrace time! Marrakech's rooftops and terraces are your secret weapon for family sanity, and it's safe to say that we use this quite a lot in the next following days. When you sit on these terraces, it's like you're suddenly outside of Marrakech while still being in Marrakech. The views are incredible, and you can see red rooftops stretching endlessly. Watch the call of prayer happening across different mosques, and just take a breath together as a family.
We are good, and we are now at the cafe. So, yeah. If you want to, you can like and subscribe, and let me you're back then.
Why it works with kids? It's peaceful enough for them to recharge, but interesting enough that they don't get bored. Our kids loved spotting the different buildings and watching people walking down below, finding the tallest palm tree, and just having a moment to process everything they'd seen. Most terraces are family friendly, and the drinks are usually reasonably priced, perfect for an afternoon break when the heat is at its peak.
What if I told you there's an affordable oasis in the heart of Marrakech where your kids can discover ancient turtles and you can finally get a moment of peace? We were wandering through the Medina, completely frazzled, when we stumbled upon this hidden entrance. Our kids spotted the garden through the doorway and practically dragged us inside. Le Jardin Secret, and yes, it's exactly that, a secret garden in the middle of the chaos. But here's what made our kids absolutely lose their mind. There are turtles, ancient looking, beautiful turtles just living their best life in this peaceful garden. Our kids spent an hour just watching them, counting them and trying to figure out their names. It's affordable, completely safe, and it gives you a perfect moment to wind down. The garden is designed for exactly this, a moment of calm in the craziness. Go early in the morning or late afternoon when it's not too hot. Bring water and let the kids just explore peacefully. Since starting our travel adventures, we've been looking for more ways to help the children wind down. Do you have a special reset activity? Please share in the comments.
The African sunset is absolutely gorgeous, so of course we had to find the best place to watch it from. And there's a restaurant in Marrakech that offers just this. Not only a great sunset, but also the view of the iconic Koutoubia Mosque.
We have just ordered our Moroccan food. We have lamb shanks and we also have mixed grill coming, so we cannot wait to get tucked into that.
Manzala Koutoubia restaurant overlooking the mosque is absolutely magical at sunset. We decided to have dinner there and became the highlight of our entire Marrakech trip. The views, the atmosphere, the food, everything was incredible. The sunset happens right over the mosque, creating this incredible golden hour light that makes everything look magical. Our kids were mesmerized by the architecture and the sounds of the city winding down for the evening. There's another reason why this stop is extra convenient for a sunset. We'll get into it in a moment. Make sure to arrive early enough so that you get a nice table with the best view. We arrived at 6 p.m. and there are plenty of tables, but by 7 the terrace was almost full.
Getting completely lost in Marrakech Souks with the kids might just be the best thing you can do for them. We made the rookie mistake of trying to navigate the souks with a plan. Big mistake. Within 10 minutes we were properly, completely and happily lost. But that's when the real magic starts happening. Our kids stopped becoming tourists and became part of the community. The sellers absolutely loved them and even received some gifts on a couple of occasions, but more about that in the next video.
Half the fun of Moroccan travel is getting lost in the Medina.
Go during the day when it's busy but manageable. Stay together and remember that getting lost is part of the fun. Just make sure someone knows where you're staying. The honest truth, we made the mistake of deciding to walk back to the Airbnb after sunset through the souks. The vibe is completely different than during the day. Most shops are closed at this point, the tourists have disappeared and some locals look at you like you don't belong. Or maybe they're just surprised of your presence, but you definitely don't want to be getting lost late at night.
There's plenty of places in Marrakech where you can learn about the local culture and history, but I think we found the best one. This place is where our kids became completely absorbed in learning for ages. Honestly, I expected about 20 minutes of their attention before they wanted to leave. Ben Yusuf, this incredible historic complex that's like a natural museum for kids. Our kids got completely submerged into the experience, the architecture, the history, the crafts being demonstrated. They were fascinated. They learned about traditional crafts, Islamic architecture and Moroccan history without even realizing they were learning. Sometimes the best education happens when kids think they're just having fun.
Do you believe me if I told you there was a place that looked most chaotic during the day but transformed into something magical at night? We'd been avoiding Jemaa el-Fna, but honestly it looks pretty intense during the day. Jemaa el-Fna at night, this is where Marrakech truly comes alive.
This place is absolute chaos. Absolute chaos, a lot going on.
Wow, just wow. The whole square transforms into this incredible family-friendly festival atmosphere at night. Food stalls everywhere, musicians, storytellers and families enjoying themselves until late. It's safe, vibrant and absolutely magical for kids. The atmosphere is completely different from the daytime. Everyone just seems to be celebrating. Just be aware that if you get involved in any shape or form like dancing, photographing or playing the instruments, you'll be expected to tip.
Now, let me share something we completely avoided, and honestly, I'm really glad we did. At Jemaa el-Fna, you'll see people with monkeys and snake charmers, hedgehogs, baby guinea pigs, doves. The list is endless. They might look fun for photos, and we love interacting with animals. But when we took a closer look, it made us really uncomfortable. The macaques had chains around their neck, and we even saw what looked like a dead snake being thrown on the floor. Definitely not something that we want to encourage or support. So never feel pressured into doing something that you're not comfortable with.
If you thought that looked chaotic, next video is where we share the lessons we learned in Marrakech. Watch that video and go a little bit deeper with us. Thank you very much for watching.